Did you know that in Civilization 6, it is possible to win a game in just one turn, even on the hardest difficulty of all, deity?
Oh my god!
Well, spoiler, it is! And today we're going to show you how to cheese the perfectly balanced game of Civ 6 to get some impossibly quick and easy wins, and more importantly, some achievements. And more important than that, we're going to do it all on deity. So, if you are someone who has never gotten a deity win and thinks it's impossible or completely out of reach, we're going to change that. Now, is this going to be fun and make you feel good about winning? Probably not. But a win is a win, and your Steam achievements won't know the difference. And if there's anyone watching who has never even played a single minute of Civ in their entire lives, I personally guarantee that even Nuclear Gandhi himself cannot stop you from winning. So why don't you grab yourself a drink, kick your feet up, and if you're feeling especially nice, you can even like this video. And watch as I show you how to win any game of Civ 6 in just one turn. So first thing, we're going to create a game, because if we don't create one, we can never win one. This is also the hardest part of the one-turn deity win. Like, I'm not even joking, this is seriously the hardest part. Next up, we have to pick a civilization to play as. And the easiest one to do this exploit with is Pyotr of Russia. And that's because he has a special ability, Mother Russia, which gives him extra territory upon founding a city. Now, if you're sitting there wondering how that is going to help us win in one turn, don't worry, you just gotta trust the process. Because next, we're going to set it to a dual-sized map, which will make it a 1v1. And with those odds, we are nearly guaranteed a win every single time we do this. And then we're going to scroll down to the bottom here, where we'll change the limit of turns to custom and set it to 1 turn. Since we are trying to beat this in 1 turn, we need it to be 1 turn. We've also set it to deity difficulty on an ancient era start with a standard game speed on a continents map. Those are not important to win the game, but that's just what this is set to, so I figured I'd tell you anyway. Now that the hard part's out of the way, let's get into the light work and start the game. So we have spawned in with 0 turns remaining, and it's a pretty nice spot, honestly. We got some woods on a hill, a little river, so we're gonna found our city here, St. Petersburg, right up by the tundra. Then we'll just give our warriors some orders, fill in a monument. It's not gonna get built in time, so it doesn't matter. Same with the technology, just pick anything you want, and then end the turn. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a victory. And we got 2 achievements for our very low effort. Win a regular game as Peter, and win a game on a dual map. Now I know that 2 doesn't sound like much, but that's only because I already have the other 8 achievements we would have gotten for beating deity, and by extension every difficulty below that. Not to mention 1 for winning an ancient era start, and another for winning a game on a continents map. So if I had played this on, say, a fresh account that had no achievements, this game would have given me 12 just for playing a single turn. So, the reason we use Peter the Great to exploit these one-turn games for free wins is because even though it isn't officially listed that having more tiles in a city gives you points, I believe one-turn games are so close that it uses this as some sort of tiebreaker mechanic. And as mentioned earlier, the Mother Russia ability of Peter's gives his cities extra territory when settled. So every time we end a one-turn game, we get the win. So next up, we're going to swap to a classical era start this time. And we'll keep it on deity, we'll keep everything else the same. Alright, for our classical era start, we're going to drop this nice little city by the coast, put a farm down with our builders, send our scout. Oh, he found the Fountain of Youth. That's very helpful, sure. And then we'll fill out our production, research, find a civic. You know, none of that stuff's getting done, but we'll fill it out anyway, you know? These are such easy wins, we might as well put in the extra effort. We're also going to use the gold we have from it being a classical era start and buy up 1 more plot of land. Now, I don't think it matters which one we select for this. I just think it matters that we have more territory than the other Civ in this game. We're also going to set up Magnus as our governor, because why not? And then we will end the game. And there we are. That is another victory and another achievement. Now, 1 achievement for 1 turn is a pretty good deal, but we can really maximize this. You see, if you're starting with a blank slate, you can get 8 achievements for beating the game after starting in each different era, 7 achievements for winning on specific map types, and 6 achievements for winning on each map size. Which, just remember when you're going for all the map size achievements, to remove all but 1 opponent just to make the wins a little easier. Then, if you just beat 1 of these games on deity difficulty, you'll get all 8 difficulty achievements. The rest of the games you can just play on Settler or whatever. Add all of that up to a grand total of 30 possible achievements in technically only 8 turns. So you can use this method to win on every map, era, difficulty, anything you want. Now if you think that's wild, don't worry, because we have barely even begun to scratch the surface of this. Because next we're going to really test the bounds of it and see how well it works. So I'm going to turn on my deity++ mod and up the difficulty to level 13, Sid Meier difficulty. Then to make it extra spicy, we'll leave in all 5 enemy civs on a tiny map. Now let's see just how absolutely broken a one-turn Peter game is. So we have spawned into a nice little coastal spot. Honestly, nothing crazy. We don't have like a city-state or... Yep, no wonder or anything. We're just going to put in animal husbandry for a science and start a monument, none of it's getting done, and end our turn. And without doing anything else, we still won. Look at that. God, this is absolutely broken. Now, if the video was to end here, I feel I would have done my job and imparted some solid knowledge on how to cheese your way to the easiest achievements since Avatar Burning Earth on the 360. But I have found an extra layer to this exploit. And since so many of you have subscribed to this little baby of a channel in the last few months, I want to show my appreciation. That said, I hope all of you non-subscribers have enjoyed the video, but this part isn't for you. So if you would please hit that subscribe button now, we can move on with the rest of the video. Ahem. Thank you all for subscribing. This next part is just for you. So, this next step gives you the opportunity to really maximize the amount of achievements you can get out of this exploit. Before, I said you technically have to play as Peter of Russia to get these wins. Now, I say technically because there's still about a 10% chance to lose one of these games, which a 90% win rate and 30 achievements in under an hour is no joke.
Hey, that's pretty good.
But I think you deserve better. So let's crank it up to 11 and take it a step further by changing only one thing. See, we will swap out our one enemy civ for Coupe of the Maori. No hate to Coupe, I think he's a fun civ, but he has a heavily detrimental weakness when it comes to these one-turn games. And that weakness is he is the only civ in the entire game that starts on an ocean tile. So having only one turn for him to actually make it to land and settle a city gives you a truly massive advantage when it comes to getting points. And using that advantage, we can actually take Peter and throw him away, because you can swap him out for any civ you'd like. And being that there are 78 different leaders in the game, each with their own unique achievement for winning, you can play one game for one turn each with each leader, and combine that with the aforementioned combos of map types, sizes, and different era starts, then throw in just one of those games being deity difficulty, add all of that up, and you can get over 100 achievements in only 77 turns. Now I say 77 instead of 78, because one of the leaders you have to play is Coupe himself, and that might take you more than one try. Again, thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing to this channel. And those of you non-subscribers who watched this last part, even when told not to because you can't follow directions, don't even worry about it. I just hope you enjoyed the video. But subscriber or non-subscriber, do yourself a favor and check out more videos on the channel, or perhaps the one recommended on your screen now. I promise you won't regret it, and I will see you next time.